here. If you have not yet, go ahead and hit subscribe right now so that you are updated every time that I drop a new video on y'all. Today I have a foundation video for you guys. I'm pretty much going to be going over how to get a glowy, sweat-proof type of foundation look for the summer, because obviously spring has taken a break this year and it is already burning up hot, which is absolutely ridiculous. But you know, the slay don't stop. We gotta make sure that we glowing out here in these streets. And for my melanin ladies, you know, we out here, we gonna be all types of golden. All types of golden. And we gotta make sure that we do it right and that we stay golden all day, all night long. So I'm gonna be giving you guys some tips on how to make sure your highlight pops all day, your foundation stays put. And I am an oily girl, you know, my face gets real shiny throughout the day. So this is going to be geared more towards my oily skin ladies, but you know, if your skin is dry, your combination, you're welcome here. I welcome everybody, you know, everyone. Just take these tips and apply them to you, baby girl, because it's for everybody. If you want to see how I got this glowy look, go ahead and keep watching and I'll see y'all at the end. Okay, so before we get into the foundation, I do want to go ahead and do the eye on camera really quick. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my eyelid with my LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this is in Fawn. The palette that I'm going to use today is my Carli Bybel by ABH Cosmetics palette. I am going to take this brown color here and I'm just going to put this into my crease. Then from there, with my finger, I'm actually going to dip into this color right here, and I'm just going to put that right in the middle of my lid. Then with a flat brush, I'm just going to blend that out. Then from there, I'm going to go back into my transition color and just brush over that on the edges so that it's just blended, and then we'll be done with this. It's my baby, y'all. Hey, babe. Why wouldn't I answer the phone? Okay, baby. Bye. That's my man or whatever, you know. He ain't want nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put on a thin line of eyeliner, and then I'm gonna put on my lashes as well. So this video is all about face. It's all about making sure that our foundation does not slide off and be looking raggedy during the summertime. We don't need that. The first thing you want to make sure that you do is that you do your primers and anything to your face that you need to do before you put on your foundation. This is huge if you have oily skin, especially like me. I do have extremely oily skin. So not only does my makeup slide off during the summertime, but my makeup slides off all the time. My boyfriend just asked me the other day when I woke up, why is your face so shiny? Because I got oily skin, bruh. This is what happens. So the first thing that I'm going to use is my NYX Shine Killer. I really love this stuff because it really does make sure that my oil stays like at bay throughout the day. And I am only going to put it where I get oily. And even if you don't have oily skin, use whatever products you need to make sure that your skin stays moisturized if you're dry or anything like that. You do not want to skip out on this step during the summertime. I know we don't like a lot of product on our face during the summer, which makes perfect sense, but you want to make sure it stays, so you got to make sure that you take the steps you need to take so that it does stay. The next thing I'm going to do is prime my skin. I am going to take this Cover FX Mattifying Primer, and this is a little sample that I got from Sephora, and I'm going to put this all over my face. And this is going to keep the rest of my face matte all day. And since I do have oily skin, I am going to set my primer with the powder. I'm going to go in with my Mercier translucent powder, and this is in the color Medium Deep. And I did get this from Jackie Aina, who we all know and love. She does this, and once I did start doing it, I noticed that it did help me a lot with the oils, and it actually gives you a little bit of coverage too, so that ain't too bad either. So I'm already starting to get a little bit of a tan, so for my foundation I am starting to mix it with a darker color. First things first though, I'm oily, so you gotta use a matte foundation. We don't want a whole lot of product on our face for the summertime, which I already mentioned. So you do want to get a matte formula that is full coverage. I'm gonna say that again. It needs to be full coverage, only because it means a little bit will go a long way. Regardless if you want medium coverage or a little bit of coverage, use a full coverage foundation because it will enable you to use less product in order to, you know, get the look that you're trying to get. I am going to use my Maybelinne SuperStay foundation today, which is extremely full coverage, but I'm also going to mix it a little bit with the Fit Me Matte Poreless. And the Fit Me, I'm going to go in with 362, and for my Maybelline SuperStay, I'm going to go in with 355 Coconut. And I'm going to mix those a little bit since I am getting a tan, and I'm going to put on my foundation. Then I'm going to blend that in with my Beauty Blender. I'm gonna get some of this foundation off my lips. You know, I hate that. That irks me when I'm doing my makeup. I don't do it all the time, but when I'm on camera, it just looks so like one color, so I gotta make sure I do that. From there, I'm gonna go in with my concealer, and I wanted to use my Kylie concealer because let me tell y'all about this crack right here. This stuff is so good and it does not crease throughout the day, which is totally amazing. I'm gonna try to get out as much as I can of this, but if not, we're gonna go in with Tarte Shape Tape. I just wish I could go into a store and just purchase this concealer because it's like one of the best ones I've ever used. And then I'm gonna blend that in with my beauty blender. So I feel like this Kylie concealer is like the perfect like concealer color for me, but I do want it to make my highlight just a little more popping. So I'm gonna go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer, and I'm gonna put this where I want it to be a slightly lighter. And I actually do this every single time that I do my makeup because I always just want a little extra, you know, depth to my look. It just makes it so much more dramatic if you ask me. And y'all know I'm about that drama. I am about that drama. One thing that you do want to do when you're thinking about your summer makeup is you want to make sure that things do not come off, right? So we do that for our concealer. We do that for our foundation. I feel like we do it for everything but our highlighter. We want to glow, right? We want to glow all summer 18. I want to glow all summer. I'm just saying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a liquid highlighter as my liquid base for my highlight, for my powder highlight. We all know you don't want to pile on liquid on top of powder, so I am going to put this on before I set my concealer and set my foundation and all of that good stuff. This is the Tarte Pro Glow, and this is in the color Sparkler. For down my nose and my cupid's bow and stuff, I'm going to put a little bit of this on my hand, and with a brush I'm going to place it where I want. Now I've done this a few times before and it really does work. It really does help to keep that glow going all day, because sometimes, especially if you're oily, your makeup will sweat off with the quickness. Sometimes you're touching up throughout the day, all of that, your highlight will disappear. This will help it to stay there throughout the day. So even if your powder does rub off, you still got a little extra glow underneath your skin, and people just gonna be like, oh my God, she is just like glowing from within, and that's what we want. And I'm gonna use my finger to put it on my cheekbones, just a little bit, and then I'm gonna blend it in. Then if I have any creasing underneath my eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that, and I'm gonna set my under eye. And for the summertime, if you wanna bake, that is totally okay. And the reason that I say that is because baking will help your skin to stay matte throughout the day. I'm not gonna do it, only because, you know, I'm just, look, you see how you put that powder on there and that highlight's still there? Trying to tell y'all, man. Trying to let y'all know, get y'all in on this juice. But yeah, as far as baking is concerned, you know, you can bake your face for the summer, which is great for some people. I personally don't like to bake for the summer. Well, I will sometimes, but in general, like on an everyday basis, I won't bake for the summer. I don't know, because I feel like my skin is kind of combination in certain areas and it just looks really cakey, and I don't like how that looks. So for the rest of my face, I'm gonna set it with my Laura Mercier translucent powder in medium deep. And this type of powder is good to have on hand at all times because it will help to, you know, do touch-ups and everything like that, and help you not to look as cakey as if you were using a contour powder or even a bronzer for that matter. And I like to put a lot of this powder where like my smile lines are, or where I know I'm gonna crease up. So sometimes I'll put it there and I'll leave it there while I'm doing other stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and use some bronzer. I'm not gonna go in and totally contour because I want this to look more light and airy. I'm gonna use my Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer, which is in Mahogany, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the bronzer kind of to set the foundation that is kind of contouring my nose right now. I'm gonna use my beauty blender just to pat that into my skin. Y'all, this liquid highlighter ain't going nowhere. And another thing that you can use that liquid highlighter with is you can mix it with your foundation from jump, and it'll give your skin like a gorgeous like glow. There are illuminators that you can use, but if that's all you have, and I believe that came in the BoxyCharm for May, I believe, then use it, you know? It'll make your skin glow all day. So I'm gonna go into my Carli Bybel palette with BH Cosmetics, and the highlight that I'm gonna be using today is this pretty bronze color she has at the bottom of this, because I want to be bronze and golden. Actually, I'm going to mix these two together, and I'm going to place that right on top of the liquid highlighter. So I'm going to put some a little bit above my brow bone, and then just kind of sparkle it everywhere else. And then another thing that's extremely important is that you blend in your highlight, okay? And the brush that I think is really good for that is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and that way it doesn't look like you just took a brush and just swiped some highlighter on your face. It looks like your skin is like actually glowing in the sun. Like, Ooh-wee. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and finish my under eye, put some bronzer under there, put on my mascara and my eyeliner and all that good stuff. So now one of the biggest tips ever for perfect summer everyday glowy skin is MAC Fix Plus. And if you don't own some MAC Fix Plus setting spray, then I don't know what you're doing with your life. I don't know what you're doing watching my channel. I don't know why you even watch makeup videos in the first place. This stuff right here is crack. It's just so good, and the reason being is because it locks everything in place. Right now on camera my skin is looking cool, you know, but in person it's looking a little cakey, you know, like you can see my powder, you can see certain things. Once you spray this all over your face and dry it, it just melts into your skin. It makes the makeup just kind of melt and look like skin. We're gonna spray and we're gonna spray and we're gonna spray a lot, like a whole lot everywhere. Then from there you want to make sure that you fan your face and make sure that it dries the best way that you know how to make it dry, because that will help to lock it in. If you do that immediately, girl, your makeup gonna be locked for a nice little 5 or 6 hours before you start to sweat. MAC ain't paying me. I wish they was, but I'm just telling y'all the truth, giving y'all that tea. So for lips today, I think we're just gonna go ahead with a gloss. And I'm actually gonna try this Fenty Beauty gloss, which is in Bilingual. And I'm gonna see how this just looks like on my bare lips. We're gonna find out. And we're done. Alright babe, so this is my finished look. It's very glowy, very summer. You know, this summer we want to make sure that if we are getting caught in the sun, we just want to make sure we turn our head like this. You see that glow? People gonna be like, dang girl, what you doing? Just be like, you know, Maya sent me. Tell them I sent you. You know, because the Galore gang, we up in this summer 2018 glowing like a mug. Alright? All day, all night, every day. Please make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Hit subscribe below if you have not yet, babe. And I will see y'all on my next upload. Bye.